Hello friends, welcome. In this video I'm going to work with the navigation because right now it's not working, so if I click here nothing happens. So let's go in the VS Code, open the resources, JS, components, frontend, and in the header we need to start and work with navigation. First let's see our section. So here we added the about section. For the about, okay, on the contact we need to add the ID of a contact. Let's save. And the same for the hero. Hero is going to have the ID of home. Yeah. Okay. The portfolio has the ID portfolio. Good. And services, we need to add the ID here. ID of services. And the last one, the skills, we don't need the skills. Okay, now let's go in the header. And here we have the LI, as you can see, but we have LI for the home page and for the others. Instead of this, I'm going to create a navigation here on the script. So let's say const to be navigations, nav links, or what you can say. And it's going to be equal to an array. And here I'm going to say an object, which is going to have name. And the name is going to be the first one, home. Okay. And let's add also the href. Href, or you can say link or what you want. And for this one, I'm going to add the hashtag home. And let's copy and duplicate this. So we need home. Let's go here. We need home, which is going to bring us here. We need the about, portfolio, services, and contact me. So home, about, is going to have about here. Portfolio, also portfolio here. Services, and it's going to have the hash services, and one more is for the contact, and it's going to have the hash contact. Okay, now we have the navigation. We can go down there and remove other LIs and leave it only one. And to this one, I'm going to make a v4. So v4. And I'm going to say navigation in navigations. And let's add also the index here, because we need to add the key. So let's add that, add the key, and say index. Okay. Now to this one, let's add here the navigation name. So navigation.name, and on the href, we are going to add the href. Like this, navigation href, sorry. Navigation.href. And if I save, come here And yeah, we have home, about, portfolio, services, and contact. So if I click the about, we go down there, portfolio, yeah, services, okay, and the contact. But yeah, but I want the navigation to be sticky on top, so let's work with that. And also here on the anchor tag, we have, why we have font small, text small, yeah, we have this here, so let's remove that. And on the text white, BG light tail, on dark BG dark navi. We don't need BG on the anchor tags. So just say dark navi 100 on the text. If this one is on the dark mode, and not empty, just the same on the dark mode. Let's remove this one. Let's remove also this one. And by default, the text is going to be white, not white. I want text to be light. Tail 500. Let's save. Come up here. Yeah, we have something like this. Now we need to change on hover. So let's say on hover, the text is going to be light tail 500, and on the dark hover, let's say text is going to be dark navi 100, 500, sorry. Let's save it. And on dark, text light tail 500. Okay, we need to say here 100. Yeah, okay. And yeah, now we have something like this. I want to make that fixed. So let's go in the VS Code, and where we have the navigation here, let's add also the to be fixed, and I'm going to say Z20. Okay, we need to add also with full here. And now, as you can see, we have the navigation here. Good. So we can go to portfolio, go to services, go to contact, go to the about and home. Very good. One more thing, I want when we are here to have a different color, and when we scroll down to change that. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a constant, and I'm going to say just BG is going to be ref, and by default false. Or let's say scroll BG like this. Okay, now I want to change that when we scroll like this. So when we are here and when we scroll, good. Let's import also the unmounted from view, and I'm going to say down there unmounted, add the closure here, and I'm going to call the window dot add event listener, and we are going to add the scroll listener, And now let's return window dot scroll y. If this is greater than 50, we are going to change that scroll bg value. And let's create also one more method. So I'm going to say const set scroll bg, and I'm going to add the value here to accept the value. And now let's say scroll bg dot value is going to be what the value is inside, like this. And now here we can just call that. If this is true, we can say set scroll bg, and we can add the value which is going to be true here. Otherwise, we are going to change the false. So let that false. Okay. So if that is true, we are going to call this and add true as a value. And here we say scroll bg value to true. Otherwise, it's going to say false. And now we have this scroll bg. Let's go in the navigation. We have bg light and primary and border. And also we have a dark bg dark primary. Now let's add some classes also here. I'm going to bind the class, and I'm going to say here I'm going to add this bg light primary. Let's go and paste it here, and also this one. Only if the scroll bg is true. Okay, otherwise I'm going to add bg to be white. On the dark, let's say bg slate something 800. If that is not scroll bg. Okay. Now if I save something like this, and let's go, as you can see, we have a different color here. And now when we scroll down, we change that. Now if you like, okay, if you don't like, you can leave it as it is. Okay. But I think it's just nice to have that one. And let's go and change also on to see on the dark mode what we are going to have. Yeah, we have something like this, and when we go on the dark, we change that. Maybe on the hover, let's go down, and on the link here, when we say dark hover text, let's say text white. And yeah, now I think it's more okay. Let's go to the contact, portfolio, about. Now, one more thing we need to do. So if you go to the contact, you can see we immediately go there. I want to have some transition here. So to have some nice transition for that, let's go in the VS Code, and I'm going to install a package. So let's go here, terminate that. Okay, let's clear, and let's say npm install at Vueuse/motion. Okay, so if you go here, so let's go to this website and let me just change on the light mode here. So we need to import this motion plugin. Okay, let's go in the VS Code. Let's run npm run dev and close this one and go inside the app.js, import that plugin, and we need to add to say app use motion plugin, but here we are in the inertia, so just say here dot use and motion plugin like this. Save and close this, and then we can quick start vmotion, and you can add initial, enter, opacity, something like this. So let's just copy this and let's go in our for example in the contact, paste on the div. Okay, now not on enter, but I'm going to say visible like this, and let's save this on the contact. And if I refresh here, let's go now to the contact. Yeah, as you can see, go home, go to the contact, and we have some a good transition here. You can go and play with Vueuse motion, has many. So as you can see, we have hovered, focused, and enter, visible, initial, and so on. Delay. Just if you use a visible one, so you need to say visible ones like this. Okay. Let's copy this and add the others. So let's save, close this one, and let's go on other. So on the about, do the same thing. On the div with container, paste that in, hit save, close this. The second one, about contact, hero, of course. On the portfolio, we have the not on the projects, but on the services. Okay. And let's save it. And let's go and see now. If I go to the home, yeah, refresh first, and we have something like this. Now let's go to the about. Okay, portfolio, services, and contact. Go to the home. Very good. The last thing I want to add here. So if I go to the, as you can see, we have something like this, but I don't like. So let's add the same on the project, single project, here on the link. Paste that in, not on the visible, but on the enter. And you can play here. So enter, let's save, and let's go to the home page, refresh, go to the portfolio. Now if I go to Laravel, yeah, as you can see now, we have a transition. Okay, friends, that's it about this project. So let's go up here, go to the about, portfolio, services, contact, and we have this project. I think it's okay if you like. Okay, if you don't like, you can make your changes. Now let's see on the dark mode. Let's go to the about, home, services, portfolio, select this one, select HTML. Okay, friends. Now that's it about this project. I hope you like, and if you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share with your friends. See you in the next project. All the best.